Welcome to our February 2024 edition of Corporate Reporting Insights. Now, after our rest month in January, we are back with a large number of articles. We've got 12 sustainability-related articles. We've got one specifically looking at Australian developments in the IFRS space. We've got 7 articles on international developments around the IFRS space. So altogether, 20 articles in our February edition of Corporate Reporting Insights. Now, let's start with sustainability. Sustainability has a big focus at the moment, and on the 12th of January, the Australian government issued draft legislation to mandate sustainability reporting for certain entities in Australia. So we've got an article explaining the draft legislation, and we are eagerly waiting for the final legislation. Then in our second article, we discuss how CFOs can drive value through ESG and sustainability. Now, in discussions with clients, we know that audit and risk committees, CFOs, finance teams are really working hard around sustainability, not just sustainability reporting, but also sustainability strategy and how to embed it in their business to drive value. In our third article, we look at the 5 key strategic sustainability drivers in 2024. In our fourth article, we share some results from a CFO survey that we've conducted. And we're looking at thriving companies outlining that they see sustainability as an opportunity. So fantastic publication. Please look at our CFO Outlook survey. In our fifth article, we have a discussion around the green skills gap and how to upskill for climate risk and reporting. And that is an article in a video series that I've done with the University of New South Wales. In our sixth article, we look at large entities are not ready for ESG reporting in the EU and what the potential follow-on implications of that could be for subsidiaries of those entities in Australia. Then we've got a 31 December 2023 sustainability reporting update where we look at all the latest developments in the various jurisdictions. In the 8th article, we look at the TCFD, and the TCFD has been disbanded at COP28. The reason for that is the TCFD is now well and truly embedded in the ISSB. The TCFD recommendations have been embedded in IFRS S2, and therefore the TCFD recommendations are still very relevant for businesses until they adopt mandatorily IFRS S2. The organization itself incorporated into the ISSB. In the 9th sustainability article, we looked at some enhancements to the SASB standards, and in particular, trying to move the SASB standards away from being just US-centric to be more globally applicable. Then in the 10th article, the International Sustainability Standards Board, the ISSB, have released a new educational material on their website around IFRS S2, the climate-related disclosures. Then also our 11th article, the IFRS Foundation and the GRI published a summary of the interoperability of GHG emissions between ISSB standards and GRI standards. And then finally, our last sustainability article for February is that there's a new GRI standard on biodiversity. We know the IFRS Foundation and particularly the ISSB is also looking at biodiversity. So you can see that January has been an absolute bumper and very busy month around sustainability. So many things happened in the month of January. I think a reason for that is in Europe, they don't have a big holiday month like we have in Australia. So we have to make sure we're on top of everything. Then from an IFRS perspective around accounting standards, we've got Australian developments. and that is in particular on what disclosures should be included in 31 December 2023 interim and annual financial statements around the Pillar 2 tax requirements, the top-up tax that's been introduced in several countries. The real issue there is, what does this mean for deferred tax calculations and disclosures? And then if you look at IFRS developments at an international level, 6 articles. So there's one around an IFRIC agenda decision, how to account for a merger between a parent and its subsidiary. There's been an IFRIC decision. Also, we've updated our publication, our BDO publication, on accounting in times of uncertainty. We also note that the IASB, International Accounting Standards Board, have issued a webcast and explaining how IFRS 18 will change your profit and loss statement from 2027. And we also provide a link to a previous article that we've written about it. There's also an update that the International Accounting Standards Board have decided to not change IFRS 6, dealing with accounting in extractive industries. They had a project for a long time, decided not to go ahead with the project, so we have IFRS 6, and that will stay the standard. We also have an article where we publish our IFRS accounting standards at a glance publication as at 31 December 2023. So all the developments around accounting standards up to 31 December 2023. And then we also have a 31 December 2023 year-end IFRS accounting standards update. So the one is an update across all the standards, and the other one is looking at a glance every standard individually, and they've also been updated. So 20 articles in total in this month's CRI. It's really packed. We would like to end by asking you and inviting you to join us for our webinars in 2024. So we've got monthly IFRS and corporate reporting webinars. We've already had 2 IFRS and corporate reporting webinars earlier today, the 21st of February. We presented on the new rules around the classification of loans between current and non-current, specifically looking at covenants and the implications of covenants. But we also have a webinar series around sustainability that we present every month. Next week will be our second one for the year. So please register for our IFRS accounting standards, but also our IFRS sustainability reporting standards webinars. And we really hope you can join us for those. We really hope that you enjoy this month's CRI, which is a good combination of videos and articles. And we'll reach out and speak to you again in March.